Now fans back to the ring for an incredible tag team match. And the stakes are high in this one as Hijo de Rey Mysterio, making his worldwide television debut, teams up with Rune Triple X, the Big Demon, the gargoyle of professional wrestling.
That's right, taking on El Oriental and Supernova. Rey Mysterio Sr., Rey Mysterio in the WWE, and now El Hijo de Rey Mysterio. He has an incredible legacy of professional wrestling to live up to, but this is his opportunity to make a name for himself, to show that he is ready to live up to his family's name. But the two men across the ring from him, El Oriental and Supernova, these two men are they're ready to show that that Hijo de Rey Mysterio might be a little wet behind the ears, that he's a little bit of a crumb snatcher. He's not ready for his position in the in center stage. And these two men, they're veterans. They are multi-year professionals in the Lucha Libre world, and that they're not ready to give up their place to somebody as young and inexperienced as El Hijo de Rey Mysterio.
Excalibur, you mentioned the fourth participant, but let's not forget about the fifth man in the middle of the ring. All kind of shenanigan can start as a result of this guy, the one and only referee, Tirantes, chico.
Tirantes, famous for his suspenders, but also famous for his, his ability to be influenced. Once you say GQ money, I mean,
persuaded.
That's right. I mean, you know something about officials and their penchant to take, I don't want to say bribes.
Of course, the best kind of officials are the officials that have open pockets and a willingness to listen to the money that's put out, to give an advantage.
There we see huddling up Supernova and El Oriental, perhaps sharing some words with Tirantes, maybe trying to influence him, influence his decision making. And I never want to malign the reputation of a professional wrestling referee. They are the law and order of the world, especially in Mexico. I mean, they need law and order there.
With this guy Excalibur, all it can take is a wrong look when you walk into the building. That's all as simple as that.
But by the other side of that same coin, Rey Mysterio Sr., he might find that Tirantes owes Rey Sr. a favor, and so perhaps he'll look favorably on Rey Jr. Or perhaps Rune is just intimidated Tirantes to the point where Tirantes is scared to call against him. So I mean, it remains to be seen how well or how poorly Tirantes can be influenced in this matchup.
I think what we're seeing right now by the technical masters, by Oriental and Supernova, is a psychological warfare, a way of icing Hijo, so to speak, trying to make him nervous in this huge matchup that he's in.
There we see Oriental, of course, in the blue trunks. Supernova in the black and gold. Supernova now starting out, tagging out to El Oriental. These two men playing psychological warfare with Hijo de Rey Mysterio, trying to influence him, and or I guess not influence, but perhaps trying to intimidate, and trying to get in his head, playing that psychological chess match. But Rey showing he can play that match as well, as he tagged out to Grun. Grun got in the ring and intimidated El Oriental. Now Supernova and Rey Mysterio, Hijo de Rey Mysterio, starting off the matchup. Hijo in the black and silver, Supernova in the black and gold. Rey Jr. Hijo de Rey Mysterio up to his feet. I'll call him just Rey Mysterio for simplicity's sake, but please know that he is the son of Rey Mysterio Sr. And there we see El Oriental with the Shanai,
kendo stick,
just beating Grun, beating Rey Mysterio, and Tirantes letting it go. Hijo he took a huge blow across the back of the head as he had Supernova in that armbar. And now Supernova laying out Hijo and Grun on the floor, nowhere to be found. And Grun is supposed to be Hijo's muscle. Hijo's supposed to be the high flyer in this match. He's trying to, going to be the technical master. And Grun, the brawler. I mean, you could see just using his imposing physical stature, but not effectively, as he's being worked over by El Oriental. And Tirantes letting it go.
A match that was meant to be youth and speed plus power versus technical masters, and we're not seeing much technical mastery. We're seeing straight out just thuggery and fight tactics as he's using that kendo stick, or the Shanai as they call it in the Far East.
And you talk about the legacy. You have to give it to El Hijo de Rey Mysterio right now, because he's showing poise and attitude in facing this. It's tremendous pressure that one faces when you are the cousin and the son of such great wrestlers. as el Rey Mysterio Jr. and Rey Mysterio Sr. It's incredible. It's sort of being like the son of Michael Jordan, Chico, in Chicago.
It's like being the son of Michael Jordan with Larry Bird as your uncle. I mean, that is the legacy that Hijo de Rey Mysterio has to live up to, as he just got wishboned by Oriental and Supernova. I mean, his uncle was the first Mexican-American WWE heavyweight champion. His father, Rey Mysterio Sr., is one of the legends in Lucha Libre. I mean, his name is known around Mexico, around the world. And so for Hijo de Rey Mysterio, that is something that he's got to live up to. But Oriental and Supernova making it extremely difficult for him to even to approach living up to it. And now we see Oriental with the upper hand on Grun. Grun, I mean, he's a powerhouse, but I mean, he is human despite the fact that he might not look it. I mean, he does have that gargoyle-ish face. And ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you, that's not a mask. That's what he looks like. That is not body paint. He walks around. He's fire engine red. He's the same color as the Golden Gate Bridge. And Grun is, but he is human, I guess, after a fashion. And so, I mean, he is susceptible to getting struck about the head.
The gargantuan gargoyle known as Grun Triple X being beaten and battered by his two opponents who are trying to neutralize the big man. The best thing they could do is try to keep this big man off his feet, just like that.
That's right, the weak point of big men worldwide, big men anywhere, anytime, any place, is the legs. That is the weakest point of their anatomy. I guess maybe not the weakest point, as now it looks like Oriental, a vital parts attack by El Oriental, but now Hijo de Rey Mysterio, and look at this, Tirantes is putting the boots to Hijo de Rey Mysterio.
We talked about it before. He's got to be in the pocket. I mean, it's evident right there.
He's dusting off El Oriental, and I mean, nobody in the arena can believe it. Nobody at ringside can believe it. The cameramen can't believe it, and the fans can't believe it. The city of Mexico City cannot believe it.
There's obviously no regulating committee for the referees in this Viva la Lucha Revolucion, Chico.
Oh, look at that!
Where's the commissioner?
It backfired on Oriental. He wants to strike Hijo de Rey Mysterio, but he used his quickness to dodge out of the way, and now Hijo has the kendo stick, and he just goes across the spine of El Oriental and across the spine of Supernova as well. The fans are behind Hijo de Rey Mysterio. They want to see him take out these two men, but Grun is back in the ring, and he's ready to lay down some punishment.
Momentum is building as Hijo gets the speed going, gets the legs moving, and is changing the position, the control for this match. There you see, he's climbing up to the top. What's he got in mind?
A high-risk maneuver, a crossbody off the top to the floor. A plancha takes down Supernova.
Shades of the cousin there, Chico. Rey Mysterio Jr., the gene is in the blood. There's no escaping. Incredible swan dive type maneuver from the Hijo de Rey Mysterio here in Mexico City.
It's in his name, Mysterio. It's a mystery. When he goes up to the top, you never know what he's going to come down with, and Supernova was caught off guard by that, and Grun beckoning for El Oriental to come in and face him mano y mano, or I guess mano y monster in this case. Oriental, he wants no part of Grun. He's using some stalling tactics here, but Grun is just, he's lying in wait. He's breathing down the neck of El Oriental. But Grun, he's resisting attack. I guess oh no! El Oriental pulling one over on Grun. An overhand chop, a knife edge chop, but Grun, I mean, he is built like a brick outhouse, I'll say, to use some polite terminology. And so, I mean, he is a tough man to take down, as we see Oriental and Supernova throwing just about everything at him, but Grun still staying on his feet and gaining the upper hand over these two men.
That's right, using his brawn, his size, delivering two big back body drops, and now following it up with the clothesline. The big man has taken control and now has his two opponents exactly where he wants them.
We've seen Supernova here. He's one half of this tag team. He's related from a great wrestling family. We're talking about Tejano, his father, Tejano Jr., his brother, Tejano, the father, being a member, one of the greatest trios in all of Mexican history, the Missionaries of Death, or Misioneros de la Muerte, Now they finally taking advantage here.
Oh,
trying
no.
to get Grun in a double suplex.
But Grun showing off his powerful advantage as he suplexes both of his opponents. And I mean, that just goes to show you what type of strength Grun possesses. I mean, he is a monster in the literal sense and in the physical sense as well, as he just manhandled his two opponents.
Tirantes might as well be drinking a cerveza, Chico.
Tirantes, I think
his head is somewhere else.
His head is spinning. I think he realizes very quickly that he might have backed the wrong horse in this race.
Excalibur, let's draw attention to the mask of Hijo right there. We always talk about the masks in Lucha Libre, the tradition, the culture, the customs, and you'll notice the symbols, very similar. The Mysterio name, the symbols of that. You know, he's got the same sort of symbols on his mask that Rey Sr. and Rey Jr. wear.
The question marks, the Falcons, the cross on the forehead, or in Hijo's case, on the back of the head. You know, I mean, it is very clear that this man is his father's son. He is his uncle's nephew. I mean, Hijo de Rey Mysterio has a tremendous legacy here in professional wrestling. You know, and so, I mean, just he embraces every bit of that. You know, in Supernova's case, Larry Vera, you pointed out his.
Wait, Excalibur, did you just see what I saw? I believe the El Oriental just fell off the apron right there. I believe he may have injured his leg. I'm not sure what happened, but he just slipped right off the apron.
El Oriental, I think he was playing a little too much to the crowd. His clumsiness got the better of him. But you know, Larry Rivera, you pointed out El Tejano, the father of Supernova. Supernova not taking the Tejano name, and so you know, Supernova, a huge spinning arm drag, taking Hijo de Rey Mysterio off of his feet. Supernova, you know, I mean, he does have this legacy of professional wrestling, but unlike Hijo de Rey Mysterio, he's not taking any shortcuts. And now Rey Mysterio goes up for a Hurricane Rana, reversal by Supernova, ducks the clothesline. Oh! Oriental from behind catches Hijo de Rey Mysterio across the back of the head with the kendo stick. The great equalizer once again in this matchup, and Supernova and El Oriental just working over Rey Mysterio, showing that, you know, I mean, it doesn't matter who your family is in the world of professional wrestling. A shot to the back of the head it will take any man off of his feet.
You know, Chico, that kendo stick may look like a giant toothpick, but when it hits you, Chico, it's like a baseball bat.
Especially when it collides with the base of your cerebral cortex. I mean, that just sends shockwaves through your brain. You essentially just black out. I mean, your thoughts are completely muddled. I mean, well, granted, Hijo de Rey Mysterio's thoughts were muddled because they are in Spanish and not in English. But still, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you know, when you get hit in the back of the head like that, it's tough to recover from, and now it's up to Grun to do all the work. And you see Oriental tried to take down Grun with the shoulder tackle, but the man with the wide vertical base, the wide upper body, very, very difficult to take off of his feet. Cross chops, single hand chops from Oriental, but Grun still not being able to be taken down. Oh, there we see Oriental sweeping out the legs of Grun, and Grun out to the floor. Oriental up to his feet. Oriental puts on the brakes. Big Pescado over the top, comes crashing down on Grun, and Grun goes down, clutching his knee, but Rey Mysterio taken off his feet by Supernova in the ring. Hijo de Rey Mysterio now eats a drop kick to the side of the head, and Supernova and El Oriental with the advantage. Grun still on the outside, clutching his right knee. Hijo de Rey Mysterio in the ring, clutching the back of his head. El Oriental and Supernova showing that all that work they put in with the kendo stick, just bludgeoning their opponents, is paying off in spades at this point.
Grun is down.
Oh, and so is Hijo de Rey Mysterio.
The Triple X is not moving. El Hijo is all on his own.
And Supernova swept out his legs as Hijo climbed up to the top rope. And now we see, perhaps Hijo was playing possum a little bit as Supernova goes up to the top rope. Overhand chop by Hijo de Rey Mysterio. He's got him up on the top rope. This is no man's land. Some risky business going on here. What has he got in store? One-man Spanish fly. 1, 2, and Tirantes finally forced to count the 3 count. He didn't want to have to do it, but he had to. He had no choice as Hijo de Rey Mysterio comes away with a huge victory here in his debut match. Tirantes, against every fiber of his being, was forced to count the 3 count there. I mean, that was a 10 count if there ever was one, GQ Money.
This is big. This is big news, because as we see, Grun Triple X has suffered what looks like some kind of major injury.
All the trainers, all the doctors are out there and checking on it, pushing on the different points, trying to feel which tendons may be torn, which ligaments may be stretched. We got to get an update. Let's try to find something more out about what's going on with Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, your victor.